The FIFA international break has officially come to an end for a major part of our squad, and we have the latest updates on their health and performance. The good news is that the Spanish and Polish players have returned without any injuries, and they are now back with Hansi Flick to prepare for the upcoming match against Valencia. But while we celebrate their safe return, we have very few concerns and that have emerged lately. Welcome back to FC Barcelona Central, where I bring you unedited daily Barca videos in one simple take. So let's break the news now. The highlights of the break was undoubtedly the performance of our Spanish players. The Spain dominated 6-0 on a victory over Turkey, and it was a showcase of Barcelona talent. Pedri was a standout player, scoring 2 goals and added an assist. And Lamine Yamal was just influential with just 2 assists of his own. The two of them, alongside with Ferran Torres, were a catalyst for Spanish for goal, with Ferran Torres scoring. Fermin also got some minutes in the second half. One small moment of concern was when Lamine Yamal felt some discomfort after the first game, but coach Luis de la Fuente kept him on the field for the 73 minutes. A clear sign how much he trusts our young players. Meanwhile, while our Polish captain Robert Lewandowski had a great week, he started for Portland in a 3-1 victory against Finland and scoring the second goal for his side before being substituted in the 68th minute. A perfect example of his quality over quantity mindset. Now, for the less ideal news, was some players from the Spain and Poland, they all came back healthy. We learned that Frankie de Jong returned with some discomfort after the Netherlands' first match. He will undergo some tests, and I already have the results, but we're going to talk about that in the next segment. It is worth noting that we still have a few players out, still on the competition, as they have to complete their international duties, including Christensen, Araujo, Rafinha, Koundé, Rashford, and Bardghji. We'll keep a close eye on their match, and I will have the latest updates as soon as we get the status from them. It is a mixed bag of news. While we celebrate the stellar performance of our player, we are now left with concern about one of them, and it's one really important midfielder. And I have to start with the unfortunate news. What began with a small concern during the international break has now officially become a Frankie de Jong injury. It is definitely a hard blow for the squad, especially that the season has just started and we have a few matches in the horizon, especially the UEFA Champions League. The official news is that he has a minimal injury on the external muscle on his right leg. While the club hasn't given the exact timeline for his return, he is in serious doubt from this weekend's match against Valencia. The frustration here is not just about losing a player, it is a domino effect. We already know that we will be without Alejandro Balde, who is out with a hamstring issue, and Gavi, who is undergoing a conservative treatment on his right knee discomfort. Now, with Frankie de Jong also sidelined, Barcelona will be without 3 key players for the Valencia game. Oh my goodness. The good news here is that we have no rush on bringing him back. Hansi Flick knows the season will be long and will not force him to play. And sources say that the club has agreed is moving with caution here to taking a serious stance after a serious stance taken by the Netherlands coach Ronald Koeman, who said that it was too risky for him to play him during the international break. So, who will fill the void in the midfield? Most likely the candidate to step up to start alongside Pedri is Marc Casado. Casado has already proven that he can handle the pressure, having started the match against Levante when De Jong was out on the paternity leave. This is a huge opportunity for him to show Hansi Flick that he's ready for a bigger role. Now, I want to talk a little bit more about Gavi. His right knee is the same one that kept him out for 11 months last season. And once again, that is causing him problems. This is a story about a challenge, careful plan, and a hope that we can have a young warrior back in the field soon. There has been growing concerns about the state of Gavi's knee. He has been feeling some discomfort in the area, which is a reason while he was left out of the Rayo Vallecano match, and he did not even join the Spanish national team. Now, it's officially ruled out for the upcoming Valencia game as well. It is important to clarify that according to reports, the ligament is in perfect condition. This is not a worst case scenario here, but the club is not taking any chances. Gavi will undergo some medical reviews today to find out the exact reasons for the issue. And apparently he will not have to go to surgery. But there are two potential outcomes to review here. First, if to continue with a conservative treatment and hope for the discomfort to disappear. And the second is a necessary minor clean up, surgery in that area. That second option seems to be ruled out. This is particularly frustrating setback because the club has been so incredibly careful with Gavi's return. After a long 11 months out, he returned last October and his minutes were managed gradually. He finished last season in great form, but he has not been able to find his best sensation in the early part of this new campaign. The entire club is watching this situation closely. Hansi Flick has been very attentive and has a very special feeling for Gavi. This news is a low blow for everyone involved. Perhaps the most biggest part of this story is that Gavi himself has been a constant source of support for Marc Bernal, who is recovering for a similar long-term injury. This made Gavi's current struggle all more difficult to watch. However, there is a good piece of news that kind of comes out of this, and that is that this week we could see the return of Marc Bernal. He is expected to have them be medically clear after a year of his surgery, and the Valencia Barcelona match is his target to return. It is a harsh reality that some players have to be more prone to this kind of issues. The most important thing is that Gavi return is that he returns 100% ready. And even if that means for him to be more time sidelined, we all know that he wants to be on the field, but his long-term health is a most pressing issue that matter the most at all right now. A few days ago, we told you that Hansi Flick has given the green light for our young stars to get competitive minutes with the Barcelona B. Well, they all got their chances with Barca Athletic debut against Porreres, and the results are in. I have the full report of a 3 young player who stepped up to the challenge. This is a story about the future of a midfielder in our attack, and it's full of positive signs. Well, let's start with his players who deliver a genuine masterclass in that game. Pedro Fernandez, also known as Dro, he played 73 minutes starting on the left winger, with the freedom to move a little bit into as a number 10. The number 7 has a number 10, yes, playing that position. The 17-year-old played an incredibly confident in his class and his passes. Draw was a constant search for the ball, and every time he got it, he put on a clinic. His first touches were amazing. His diagonal passes were filled with quality, and he showed a privileged vision for a player of his age. He reminded of the best qualities of players like Pedri and Dani Olmo. While he did not get into the scoring sheet, he created a ton of danger and demonstrated exactly why Flick is so impressed with him. And Dro's magic was only amplified by his teammate and cousin Tony Fernandez. Tony, who played as the right interior, provided leadership, brilliant link in play, and scored a magnificent goal to cap off his fantastic performance. The connection between Dro and Tony was pure gold, a testament how two players are completely in sync. Tony is a player with a natural goal-scoring instinct, and he knows when to be direct and when to be patient with the ball. This is a crucial skill. His versatility and technical quality makes him a perfect candidate for roles in the future as a false 9 in the first team. And the third player is Guille Fernandez. While he worked with great effort, he didn't shine as bright as his teammates. Playing in a very offensive midfielder, Guille was given a more of a tactical role, focused on covering his teammates' runs. The defense stance of the opposition also left him with little space to show his signature dribbling and vertical runs. And still, Guille is a key player for his team, and his work ethic and physical effort were impeccable. While he wasn't sharp with his passing, we know that he is a player who always brings goals and assists. He is a high-level midfielder with a ton of potential who will be vital for the Barca athletic season. This was honestly a positive start for the Barca B team and a fantastic sign for the future of our club. These young players have shown that they are ready for the challenge, any challenge, and they have proven that the time spent with the first team has accelerated their development and that they can bring up to play competitive minutes. But the final thing that I want to talk about in this video is that Hansi Flick has been meticulously building his project at Barcelona, and yesterday we got some news of the final piece of the puzzle has fallen into place. According to reports, Thiago Alcantara is officially returning to the club to join Hansi Flick's staff. This isn't just a new hire, it's a strategic move that brings a trusted familiar face back to the heart of Barcelona. If you feel like you heard this before, well, you have. Thiago has already been on Hansi Flick's staff during the preseason last year, where there he helped the German coach get acclimated to the club, the culture, the language, and he did a fantastic job. But he had to leave suddenly. Well, the reason for him to leaving was a fiscal issue, required him to live in England until the end of the year. It was always a temporary departure, and the door was left open for his return. And now, well, he is back. This is a move that makes perfect sense for Flick. He already knows that he can trust Thiago to bridge the gap between the B team and the Barca team. Remember that they had some time together in Bayern Munich, but even more importantly, Thiago knows the DNA inside and out of the club. He came through La Masia's academy, so he understands the values, the expectation, and the intricate dynamic of the club. His primary role will be to serve as a vital link between the coach and the player. He can speak both languages of the coach and the languages of the locker room, helping to create a cohesive and unified squad. This is quite an incredibly addition to the team. With Thiago on board, Flick's staff is now complete, and it shows that the coach wants not only bring technical expertise, but also have a deep knowledge of the club's identity. So guys, here you have it. It has been a long weekend for a lot of our players. Which of these young stars do you think have the most potential to come on and be on board on the first squad in the midfield? How worried are you about Frankie de Jong's injury? And how do you think are we going to bring everybody back from the CONMEBOL? Make sure nobody gets another injury as we get ready for this Valencia match opening at home. Please let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Make sure you like this video. Give me 2 thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. Share with your Barca friends. Share with the Madrid people. And tomorrow I have more updates on some of these situations. And until then, Visca Barca.